I'm Dr. Tom Dieters, editor-at-large for Muscle and Fitness magazine. I am thrilled and honored to welcome you to the Muscle and Fitness Training System. This series, developed by the world's leading cutting-edge sports medicine and bodybuilding experts, is devoted to showing you how to carve out exactly the physique you've always wanted, whether it's a strong, chiseled, lean body or the massive muscle of a champion bodybuilder. We're talking rock-hard abs, massive arms, a thick chest, and mighty back and powerful legs. All of these are now within your reach because with this series you'll learn the exercises and the programs to achieve the physique you desire. During this program, we're going to concentrate on showing you how to build the arms you've always dreamed of. If you want tight, muscular arms that say, here's someone who's strong and stays fit, then pay close attention to the lean muscle-building exercises. If you want massive guns, and I'm talking about world-class artillery to drop jaws and stop conversation, then follow the mass-building exercises. You don't get an opportunity like this every day, because we've assembled the world's best arms to demonstrate how to perform each exercise for best results. These world champion athletes are here to inspire you and coach you to train with maximum intensity. Everybody admires well-sculpted, bulging arms. The first muscle people notice is usually the biceps or biceps brachii. The muscle has a plural name because it consists of two heads, which overlap, one starting under the deltoid up in the shoulder area and the other on the upper arm, and both attached just below the elbow. The purpose of the biceps is to flex and curl the arm as well as to supinate and turn up the palm. The basic bicep exercise is the curl. The triceps, or triceps brachii, are actually a three-headed muscle, thus the tri in triceps, which originate under the deltoid and upper arm and attach below the elbow, and therefore extend or straighten the arm. The basic tricep exercise, therefore, involve resistance against straightening the arm from the bent position. The forearm muscles are called the flexors and extensors, running on the back, the extensors, and the front, the flexors, of the lower arm. These muscles control the action of the hand and wrist. The job of the forearm flexor muscles is to curl the hand up and forward. The forearm extensor muscles bring the hand back up toward the wrist. As the first step to any workout, spend about 5 minutes warming up your body. That means literally getting the blood flowing, raising the heartbeat, core temperature, and metabolic rate with a few minutes of aerobic exercise. Stationary bike, treadmill, jump rope, whichever you prefer, and whatever gets your motor running. Get into a groove. Don't waste the moment. Don't just look around. For these 5 minutes, start visualizing what you want to accomplish in your workout. See your goals and see yourself charging toward them. Think like a pro, grow like a pro. Here's how we break down the arm exercises for you in this program. The first two sections focus on your biceps and the second two sections on your triceps. Each of these is split into two separate workout routines. For both biceps and triceps, the goal of the first routine is to build mass, and the goal of the second is to sculpt and define. Let's start by learning how to really pack meat onto your biceps. We're going to begin with the standing barbell curl and pyramid the weight up for each of 5 sets. As you raise the weight with each set, you're going to reduce your reps from 10 to 10 to 8 to 6 and 6 again. The second exercise, the easy preacher curl, will pyramid down with each of 3 sets. Here you'll start heavy and increase your reps from 6 to 8 to 10. Then we'll move into the dumbbell concentration curl. 2 sets of 12 reps each with enough weight to give you serious resistance, but not enough to throw off your tightly focused form. And we'll finish this routine with the dumbbell hammer curl, doing 3 sets of 10, 10, then 8, making sure you use a challenging weight. This exercise is the granddaddy and one of the best of all biceps exercises, the standing barbell curl. Start by standing with your feet parallel and shoulder width apart, toes pointing slightly out. Grasp the barbell at about shoulder width with a palms up grip, and with extended, relaxed arms, hold the bar in front of your thighs. Now, before we get going, a couple of essential tips. 1, keep your body erect. If you round your shoulders or pull them back as you lift, you'll reduce tension on the biceps, weakening the effectiveness of the exercise. 2, don't start too heavy. Use a weight that allows you to do the exercise with strict form for best results. If the bar is too heavy, you won't be getting the full effect you want. You'll be cheating by throwing your hips or using your shoulders. Okay, as you begin your lift, inhale slightly more than usual and hold your breath as you curl the barbell by flexing your elbows. See how he keeps his elbows in place at his side? Don't let them move forward. It weakens the tension on your biceps and reduces the effectiveness of the curl. Keeping your hands in line with your forearms, curl up at a moderate speed, pausing at the peak of the movement here. Now exhale at the top, then slowly lower the bar under control back to the start position, stopping just short of full extension, and immediately begin your lift again with an inhale. That's it. Repeat for reps, keeping your back straight, your elbows in, and you're on your way to building and carving great biceps. The preacher curl, done with proper technique, focuses tension into your biceps by limiting the involvement of the back and shoulders, making this a super intense exercise. Place the backs of your upper arms against the inclined support pad, adjusting the pad height so you're sitting in a fairly erect, stable position. Hold the easy bar or dumbbell with a palms-up grip, bending your elbow right from the start. Here's a performance tip. The top of the pad should go all the way up into your armpit to really stabilize the shoulder joint. Now, inhale slightly more than usual, and as you hold your breath, slowly flex your elbows to curl the weight up, exhaling as you reach the top of the movement, which should be with your forearms vertical or slightly beyond. Now return to the start position, under control, stopping before your arms lock straight out. And you heavy lifters, this last caution is especially for you. For those of you who want to intensify the muscle contraction, here's an alternative. When you get fatigued, only go down to about a 90-degree angle in your elbows, then go back up and peak at the top. Perfect. Now finish it out with the maximum contraction of the muscles, pause, and lower back down to the starting position. The concentration curl is a fantastic exercise for increasing biceps and brachialis mass, making it a powerful overall upper arm builder. It's called the concentration curl precisely because it concentrates so much tension in your arm, and it requires your full attention to get the most out of the exercise. Sit at the edge of your exercise bench with your legs apart and your feet flat on the floor. Let's start by working the right arm. Lean forward and place your left elbow or hand on your left hip or thigh for support. Place your right triceps on the inside of your right thigh. A key performance tip, keep your triceps pressed against your thigh at all times during the exercise. Now, holding the dumbbell in your right hand with an overhand grip and with your elbow slightly bent, inhale fairly deeply and hold the breath as you curl the weight up so that it comes close to touching your chest. As you reach the top point, pause, exhale, and return to the starting position under control. To vary your workout and work the biceps a little harder, turn the dumbbell up or supinate slightly as you curl toward the top of the movement, then return back to a straight wrist or neutral position as you lower down to the starting point. With the hammer curl, you're not using a palms up or palms down grip, but a neutral grip, just like a hammer, which really targets the brachialis and brachioradialis shown here. Again, like in all the standing curls, keep your elbows locked in at your side throughout the full range of motion. Try not to lean back as you lift or push your hips forward when you start the motion. If you find yourself doing that, you're probably using a bit too much weight. So ease back on the weight until you can do the movement with strict control. Okay, let's get started. Stand upright, holding a dumbbell in each hand at your sides. Inhale and hold your breath as you contract your biceps to raise the dumbbells toward your shoulder. Curl up slowly, pause, then exhale as you lower the weight to a near straight arm position. Pause a second and repeat with the other arm. Remember, don't turn your wrists at all during execution. Keep them firm at all times, or you'll lose the concentration and the tension in your brachioradialis. If you want to get a bit more tension at the top of the contraction, hold for 1 to 2 seconds and really squeeze before returning to the start of the position. Now, with the following 4 exercises, we're going to focus on adding definition to your biceps. We'll start with the standing easy bar curl, 4 sets, pyramiding up with each set, 12, 12, then 10, then 8. Then we're going to do the seated dumbbell alternating curl, beginning with a heavy weight for 2 sets, then lightening up for the third. 8 to 10 reps for the first 2 sets, then 12 for the final set. The third exercise we're about to demonstrate is the 2-arm high cable curl. 2 sets of 15 at decent resistance, and finally the dumbbell unilateral preacher curl. 2 sets of 15 with moderately heavy weight. This is the last of the exercises of this routine, so take it to failure. And now we're ready to move on to, you guessed it, the standing easy barbell curl. Adding the easy bar to the standard barbell curl gives you a little more extension in your arms, which is useful for adding definition. Basically, you're going to do the same motion as a standing barbell curl. Stand with your feet shoulder width apart, toes pointing slightly out. Grasp the bar about shoulder width with a palms up grip, and with extended, relaxed arms, hold the bar in front of your thighs. Keeping your body erect, inhale slightly more than usual, and hold your breath as you curl the easy bar by flexing your elbows. Don't let your elbows move forward. That reduces the tension in your biceps as well as the effectiveness of the curl. Keeping your hands in line with your forearms, curl up at a moderate speed. Exhale at the top, then slowly lower the bar under control back to the starting position, stopping just short of full extension, and immediately begin your lift again. By sitting, the dumbbell curl eliminates the urge to throw your hips into the lift so that you can get more concentration on the biceps and other forearm muscles. As always, strict form means greater effectiveness. That means no swinging, no jerking, no momentum. Just smooth, controlled, focused movements. Let's have a look. To start, straddle the end of the bench. Contract your lower back to hold yourself erect with normal spinal curvature. Hold a dumbbell in each hand with a neutral grip, palms facing your sides. Inhale slightly more than usual to stabilize your torso, and hold the breath as you raise the dumbbells by slowly bending your elbows. After the dumbbells pass your thighs, supinate or turn your wrists up so that your palms face up at the top of the movement. Pause briefly at the top, then exhale as you lower the dumbbells under control, pronating or turning your palms down until your arms are fully extended and your palms are facing each other. I'm sure you've noticed by now that one of the key messages of this training series is that strict control during lifting maximizes effectiveness as well as reduces the chances of injury. With the 2-arm high cable curl, you especially want to do 2 things. First, keep your upper arms as motionless as possible, with movement only occurring at the elbow. Second, you want to keep your wrists firm and unflexed to prevent injury. Make sure your body is centered between the pulleys and that you are balanced. If you can, adjust the pulley height so the handles start at about 12 to 15 inches above shoulder level. Now grasp the handles with a palms up grip and stand or sit midway between the stacks. If you're sitting, be sure to keep your feet planted firmly on the ground and your body weight planted in your hips. Take your starting position. See how his arms are slightly flexed out to his sides? They can be positioned level with the ground or just above. Now inhale and hold your breath as you bend your elbows, pulling the handles toward your head until your forearms are well past the vertical position. Pull as tight as you can, then hold and squeeze for 2 seconds. Then exhale and return with strict control back to the start position. Pause momentarily here, keeping the muscle tense, then repeat for reps. You know, this exercise has tons of benefits for bodybuilders and powerlifters, but it's also crucial in any kind of athletics that involve pulling or flexion at the elbow, such as climbing, pull-ups, gymnastics, basketball, tennis, martial arts, you name it, across the board. Just make sure you get the biomechanics right. You can really make your biceps scream with one-arm dumbbell preacher curls, but you can also curl both arms simultaneously to save time. Either way, this is a fantastic exercise to isolate your biceps. Start by sitting on your preacher curl bench and lean slightly forward from your hips. Place your arms over the arm support pad and grasp 1 or 2 dumbbells with a palms-up grip, keeping your wrists straight in line with your arm. Remember, you want maximum extension in your arms, but you don't want to hyperextend. So keep your elbows just slightly bent and the weight under slow control when you reach the bottom of the movement. To begin, inhale slightly more than usual and hold your breath as you smoothly curl the dumbbells as high as possible without ever losing arm contact with the support pad. As you reach the top of your lift, exhale and hold the peak contraction and really squeeze for a second before lowering the dumbbells under control. As you reach the bottom, pause briefly without letting the tension off your biceps or allowing your elbows to hyperextend, and then start the next rep.